Hello and welcome back to the Intel Brief. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of April. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about Pope Leo has said he is not afraid of the Trump administration. Trump has posted and then deleted a Jesus-like AI image of himself. And fugitive Brazilian ex-spy chief has been arrested by ICE in the United States. So firstly, Pope Leo said on Monday during his 4-day African tour that the things I say are not meant as attacks on anyone. I'm not a politician. I'm inviting all people to look for ways of building bridges of peace and reconciliation, of looking for ways to avoid war at times that's possible. Asked about the criticism from Donald Trump over him and his comments on the US-Israeli war with Iran, he answered that he was not afraid of the Trump administration. So what? So we're going to cover another story about Trump in a second, but I think between this and the next story that it's really going to push Catholics away from supporting Trump. He's really going after the Pope in recent days and made some other pretty crazy comments about the religion, and then also, posting pictures about himself as Jesus, which is not very Christian-like. It seems like an unnecessary fight at this time to suddenly go after the church, especially when you have a strong supporter base of Catholics. And it seems like the Pope doesn't really care, that he's just kind of trying to brush it off and move on with his life. While the Pope is American, I don't think he has returned to the United States in a very long time, and probably doesn't intend to anytime soon as well. He also rejected an invite from Donald Trump to, I think, an event this year. And next, US President Donald Trump on Monday deleted his own social media post where he portrayed himself as a Jesus-like figure. The AI-generated image, which was posted on Trump's Truth Social platform late on Sunday night, showed Trump dressed in a flowing white and red robe, putting his hands on a sick man in a way typically associated with faith healing in America. The image drew a rare rebuke on social media from his most religious followers, and he was shown with light in both hands, including the hand hovering above the man's head, the Statue of Liberty with a large US flag, fireworks, a fighter jet, a person with his hand clasped, all in the image. So what? This post seems to have been very unpopular, especially with his most devoted followers, hence why it was deleted very quickly. Generally, his go-to plan here would be to deny that he posted it and blame it on a staffer for putting it on his social media. But when asked in an interview a few hours later, he said that he did post it, but he claimed that he thought he was a doctor in the image, which is unlikely, as, the image is very clearly him as a Jesus-like fella rather than a doctor. And it seems, as I kind of just covered off, it seems likely, combined with his comments about the Pope, he's going to become very unpopular with Catholics, basically claiming that the Pope isn't the right person and that, people should follow Trump instead. It's not the most religiously savvy way to go about things. And lastly, US immigration officials on Monday have detained the former Brazilian intelligence chief who fled to the United States after being convicted for his role in a coup plot. He was convicted to 16 years in prison for his role in the failed scheme to overturn the President da Silva following the 2022 election over Bolsonaro, who then fled to Brazil before he could be arrested. He is a former police chief and commanded Brazil's main intelligence department, ABIN, under Bolsonaro. He is listed as being in custody on the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement website, with ICE giving no further details. So what? I think it's highly unlikely that he's going to be deported, as Trump was a big Bolsonaro fan and came out very publicly in his support. It's likely that he already had asylum in the country before his arrest, and which was probably an accident. And if not, it's likely he will get it now once the Trump administration finds out that he is in custody and is at risk of deportation. And it's also possible that Trump could use him as a political pawn somehow, maybe rolling him out as America's or the United States is supporting people fleeing regimes in South America or something like that. I don't really know. But it's likely that it was possible that Trump would try and use him going forward. But yeah, that's been your Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh, you make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. Cheers. See you.